Hello everybody, it's Lynn. This is the square that I've just finished, which is the double 4 patch, and it's all been sewn, ironed. I've not trimmed it up yet, and this is what it looks like on the back. I need to trim that down slightly as well now. I need to trim that back a little bit and then trim around it. There we have it. So if it's all turned under like that, that should be the right. I know it looks a bit wonky at the minute, but once it's cut down to size, it should be fine, should that? I'm hoping. So that was that one. Patch 2. I've now moved on to part 3. Now this is, I just want to put this out there, this is the Beatrix Potter Peter Rabbit patchwork quilt by Hachette. Is it Hachette? Hachette? No, Hachette, sorry. That's a different channel altogether, I apologise. Hachette, and it's Part Works. This is number 3. And what are we going to do in part 3? We're doing Jemima Puddle Duck applique square. So this is what it tells you you need here. Now on here, like the other one, it just says, here on this one it says sticker tape and pencil. Doesn't tell you what sort of pencil. Now there's more than one sort of pencil, and I wish these people would say exactly what they mean, because when you're a newbie and you're doing things like this, it can spoil it for you if you don't know. I've used a soft pencil and I'll show you what happened with it in a minute. Now I'm not using the biro, so as far as I've got today is the template, which is at the back of the magazine. Bonder web from issue 1. Now, Bonder web from issue 1. That's what I have left from Bonder web from issue 1. Now, I did manage to get all the pieces out, and that is the little bit that I've got left from the Bonder web from issue 1. So, it's tight. They don't give you the right lot. They're not giving you extras, do you know what I mean? So you've got to be careful how you use it, and if you don't know how to quilt, it's a bit tricky. Dresden in candy blue fabric from issue 1, which is that, and then your 220mm square of paper from issue 1, which is your template for the square, which is here. That's the template for the square. That's how big your squares are going to be once you finish them off. So that's my square. So I put that on there and turn it right, turn it under, and make sure I get it more or less even, which is going to be difficult, but never mind. It is what it is. So I just have to be careful when I do it. So that's the template that they're talking about that you need. Dressmaking pins, tracing paper, ballpoint pen, which we're not using. Here we go, this is the template, because I have been doing some. That's use this template for tracing the outline of each applique piece onto the Bonder web in character square 3, section 1, step 1. So here we are, character square 3, and it says section 1, which is that, and step 1, which is that's what that means. If nobody knows what this terminology means, that's what it means. Character square, which is character square 3. Section 1 and step 1, that is your first step for making this character, which is Jemima Puddle Look, as we all know. So yeah, it's been done like that, and it needed to be done like that because you would not have got it out of the scrap that was left over from the Bondaweb from part 1, because you didn't need Bondaweb for part 2. Right, so there we go. How far did we get? I traced round them with the Bondaweb, like it said, cut them out, and then adhered them down to the character, to the right pieces, the colours. That's the inside of the bonnet, that's the neck, head, belly and tail. And as you can see what I mean by pencil marks? You can see when I've ironed it on, it's just come out as the pencil because it was a soft pencil. Just a little heads up for you. So we've got those. We've got that, which is the inside of the bonnet. That is the piece from part 1. Here are the feet and the beak. That's those. And it went a bit smudgy on those as well, but never mind. That's the outside of the bonnet in the, what do they call it? Candy blue, they call it. And then the last piece is the pink. That's for the cape. So, yeah. So there you have it, and also it tells you to put it on the right side of the fabric and on the straight grain. Now they're hard to see on these pieces of fabric that they've given you, but if you touch it, one side is shiny and the other side's a little bit rough, and you can actually see the grain. You can see that it goes that way. Goes across and down, and that's what it means by grain. So get it so it's running straight, and that's straight, and then it goes across like that. So that's the cape, they're calling it. That's that. So what I did, I wrote the numbers down on a piece of scrap paper, and then when I'd traced them out and cut them out, I ticked them all off so that I knew I had them all. And I think that's just you know, it's just my reference of knowing that I've got all the pieces once I've done them. So that's as far as I've got with Jemima today. Now the next time we come to done all that, we've got as far as that. I've not cut them out though. I've traced them all and done, they're on, that's as far as I've got. I've not done that. That's the next step now, is to cut them out, I think. Cut out the shapes, and then we go on to the tracing again, which I've decided, and what I did was treat myself to dressmaker's pencil, and I won't use that pen that I used before because it's too soft, that pencil. I'm going to use this one, which is harder. H4, that, I think that's harder. So what I'm going to do is, when it comes to tracing round, I trace round that, then you turn it over, and then you trace it again. So when it comes to tracing it again, that's when I'm going to be using this, because then you turn it over again, and that's when you go over it with a ballpoint pen onto the material. where you're going to place your pieces that make your character up. So we'll see how that works, and I'll let you know in the next video when I've got that far. So yeah, trace it with this pencil, turn it over, trace it again with the tailor's pencil, tailor's chalk it is, that, and then I don't know whether I have an empty ballpoint pen that I could just use for the ball part to transfer it when I put it onto here. I don't know, I'll look. But I think I may have some sort of crafting tool somewhere with a ball on the end, and I'm going to try pushing it on with that. But we'll see how it works out. So there you are, that's as far as we've got with Jemima. We're up to, you're up to date with it. We're on part 3, and this will be the second character, which is Jemima Puddleluck. So thank you all for watching. Please leave a comment if you would like. I like seeing what people have left me and reading through them. Sometimes I don't always get round to putting a comment back, but I will give you a heart to say that I've seen your comment and that it is appreciated, because sometimes we don't all have the time that it takes to be answering comments, because we like to be crafting, don't we? So as I say, that's as far as I've got, and if you do leave me a comment, it is very much appreciated. I'm nearly at my 1,000. I thought I was going to get there the other day, and then I've lost 2, and that's what happens. So at the minute I'm still 3 off my 1,000 subscribers. So once I get there, we'll do the giveaway. Until then, happy crafting, and I'll see you all later. Bye.